Hi, welcome to the channel. The channel is called Retro Modern Moto, and it is called that pretty much precisely for things like this. This is a 2022 Royal Enfield Classic 350. It was introduced in 2022 to the United States. One of the great things about Royal Enfield is they do offer a lot of different colors in their motorcycles, unlike most manufacturers. So in fact, I think for 2025, there are 8 different color variants, including this chrome red, which they still offer in 2025. And it's a small bike from the standpoint of the displacement being 349 cc's and only a little bit over 20 horsepower. It doesn't ride like one and it doesn't feel like one when you're sitting on it. Part of it is it's a 429-pound bike, so it's got some heft to it. It's not a cramped riding style. I can show you. I'm about 5'11", and it fits me quite well. It's a nice arm reach, which makes it feel like it's not a small motorcycle. But at 20 horsepower, or just about, it'll do almost everything for you other than pretty much one thing. And we'll talk about that later. This bike has all the styling cues that you want in a retro modern motorcycle. It's got a teardrop tank that is metal fenders front and back, which is pretty amazing, with a chrome finish and that cool red stripe. It's got one of the coolest dashes I've ever seen. They refer to that as a nacelle dash, where the headlight and the speedometer and other electrics, including maybe the fork attachments or fork covers at the top, are all built into one unit, which is very cool and very unique looking, but very true to the period. I mean, this bike is based on the motorcycles, the Bullets from the 1930s up into the 40s and 50s, and you can tell when you look at it that it's got a lot of those features built into the bike. They've retained a lot of that authenticity, and this is as authentic as a retro modern motorcycle gets, really. So here's a close-up of that beautiful tank. With the rubber knee guards. And then there is that nacelle style headlamp speedometer combo that is really a cool look on a bike. You don't see that on really anything else. And it's got that hooded headlight, which is really a cool look. Along with those two twin lights on the front there that do light up. Don't know that they do a whole lot for you, but they're kind of cool. See that. Everything about the bike really feels sturdy, might be the right word for it, which gives certainly the feel of quality. The seat is wide and comfortable. As I mentioned, fenders front and rear are solid metal, which is nice. It's got a cool, I think, taillight turn signal setup and a beautiful pipe exhaust setup. Spoked wheels, cool for the period as well. And again, what can you say about it? It is as unique looking as any bike in the market. So people often end videos like this with the idea of who is this bike most ideally suited for? And in this case, it might be more a question of who is it not suited for, because that's a shorter answer. But the only person I could think, or segment of the bike riding population that I could see not wanting to use a bike like this ideally is for those who are doing heavy highway miles. You do run out of leg at about 70 miles an hour. The top speed is 71. It will cruise comfortably at 65 miles an hour pretty much all day. And it's got plenty of range as well in that it'll go 65 miles per gallon. So you've got about 200 mile capability or better in your fuel tank between stops. So from that standpoint, it'd work out great. But you do run out of leg if you needed to pass somebody at 65 or 70 miles an hour. On the other hand, if you're doing 50 and 60 mile per hour country roads, this is ideal. It's hard to think of a better bike. And that'd be the case for the city too. So who's this bike for? Pretty much everybody, unless you're going on a really, really long highway trip. The Classic 350. Thanks for watching.